Unitarian theology is a liberal theology, and the main principles are we believe in one God, Jesus as our teacher. We consider that the main purpose of man is to realize his duties and his obligations.
It's about the one God. It's a Christian-based or a Judeo-Christian-based faith, which started in the 16th century here in Transylvania and in Poland. Of course, it has some other forefathers and mothers, of course. Just to name a few of them, Servetus, the greatest of scholars, and his ideas were brought to Transylvania and to Poland. And of course, Erasmus of Rotterdam with his writings, and the whole Erasmian school and the followers of Erasmus influenced very much the development of Unitarianism.
How is defined, like who is someone who is Christian, or what church is a Christian church? They believe in the Holy Trinity, and we don't have that. But we can say, well, we say that we believe that God is the Father, and then the Holy Spirit, well, not a person, but God in action, and then Jesus is really a special person.
It is also always very strange that in America sometimes people say that we are too Christian, and here in Transylvania other denominations think that we are too liberal. I think we are a very liberal faith, where Christianity means that we can follow Jesus' teaching according to the challenges of the 21st century.
There has been made researches on the beliefs what we as theologians promote as Unitarianism and what people actually believe in our congregations. And it turns out that it's like having an academic Unitarian belief or thought and having like a popular one.
So they think that this is a clear religion which is just about God and nothing in between.
I think that religion here is very connected to the minister. So if the minister is opened enough to open discussions or to allow other opinions that the dogma or her own, then it doesn't necessarily depend on religion. But Unitarians, yes, they are known of maybe being more liberal, so opening maybe more questions or raising more questions, delicate questions or taboo themes than maybe the other religions. But again, I think this is, in most of the cases, dependent of who the minister is, what is his belief, does he want to confront, or is it better to just keep to the book and don't touch sensitive subjects?
Now, what Francis David believed in the unity of God and what we believe in our unity of God, there are probably a long way to go on. But to experience divine presence in our life, in my opinion, it depends on how prepared you are to live out your religion, your life, and also to live in every day in a way that people can say that you are a Unitarian. In the 16th century, they recognized Unitarians because they loved each other. There was a saying among Hungarians, they love each other as Unitarians do. I couldn't say that is the same way today. However, I know that there are many Unitarian congregations and communities that they are really helping each other and sustaining their old and sick people.
In the village, like if you ask someone, why are you a Unitarian? The answer is because I was born a Unitarian. And there is no visible difference between Unitarians or Calvinists. You know, we don't believe in the Holy Trinity, and we are special. Every Unitarian knows that. But like in terms of life, everyday conduit, what we say is so important, like tolerance, accepting the other, no matter what, openness. In daily life, it's not obvious, because no one, except for exceptions, chooses to become Unitarian or Calvinist or Catholic, because this is a tradition. I was baptized in this tradition, although I think that Unitarianism fits me. I don't want to leave, because this is a tradition. If I was born in this religion, then I should die in this. This is the mentality.
About choosing religions according to your conviction, I think we strictly have that among younger people. I had experiences with people who would learn about Unitarianism, for example, and they would get interested in it. And they would get so close that they would even convert to Unitarianism.
Egyszerű nálunk, mert ha egyszer abba keresztelkedtünk, akkor nem szögdösünk jobbra-balra.
Well, he said that if we were baptized, then we don't jump to another congregation. So.
A gyenge egyéniség az, aki a született vallását elhagyja és
So she thinks that it's a sign of weakness if somebody would leave his or her inherited religion.
Well, when I was minister in a village, during my 12 years, 6 people coming from outside has converted to Unitarianism. And there were many who became sympathetic to the Unitarians. So I think that in the following 20, 30 years, the people of my age who raise their kids will finally make the move they really think they should do. That if I believe in what you say to me, I should belong to the community which emanates these kind of teachings. We can observe how our Unitarianism is changing in the last 20 years. We cannot say that there was too much influence on us during the communist times, because there were hardly exchanges between our church and other churches, just some on official level, very well watched by the communist state. And the books were not allowed to come in, so you can imagine that theological thinking has not changed too much. It was an idea of preserving whatever we have. Thank God in 1990 the partner church movement has been re-established between the Transylvanian and North American churches, and of course the partnerships between Transylvanian and British churches has been re-established. And I can say that during the 20 years the different encounters, the different exchanges have made influences on the both sides.
Beginning of our partnership started in 1835 when a Transylvanian noble guy went to visit the New World, the United States. Well, back then I don't know what was the name of it, but anyhow, Bölöni Farkas Sándor had a nice visit and visited the Unitarians in Boston and received some books from them, and so we date our relationship back in 1835.
After that visit, we had a correspondence with the American Unitarians, and by the end of the 19th century, we started to meet each other in person. However, the movement went under some changes in the second part of the 19th century. The two liberal churches of United States, the Unitarian Church and the Universalist Church, decided that they share common beliefs and they should merge together. So they agreed that they would form together the Unitarian Universalist Association. So since the American Unitarian Universalist Association was formed, the Hungarian Unitarians are connected to them, but in fact they continue the previous relation.
Because the Unitarians or the UUs have been so few, I think it is important for all of us to get together, to get to know each other, and to actually learn the few things from each other. So globally thinking, my opinion is that the American UUs became so individualistic that that's kind of an extreme. My worst days in the United States have been those when I learned that for some American UUs, nothing is more important than being me and me and me, so having a huge, wonderful ego. But then, when I came home, I have realized that we also, as Transylvanians, have a problem, and that is that we don't respect the rights or the wishes of the individuals as much as we should.
For us, it was strange to see how UU Church works in America. It is different from ours. And one of the difficulties was to understand what does it mean to be a UU in America. Here in Transylvania, we have certain, let's say creeds, but I don't want to use it in a way, in a negative way. A certain creed where every Unitarian knows basically what Unitarianism is about. And as we observed in America, it's a diversity of creeds where pagan Unitarians can live and work in the same congregation with atheist Unitarians or theist or Christian Unitarians.